Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, everybody. How are you today? Hello, hello to sunshine. Hello, hello to sunshine. Hello, hello to sunshine. How are you today?
Good morning, Bella.
Good morning, Aiden.
Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Mason.
Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Simone. Good morning, Angelique.
Good morning, Silas.
Good morning, Hope.
Good morning, Logan.
Good morning, Carrielle. Good morning, Haley.
Good morning, Sophia.
Good morning, Delaney. Good morning, Mia.
Good morning, Junior.
Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Angelina.
Good morning.
What are you doing over here, Maddie?
We're doing a story today. And you like my duck?
What are you doing, Miss Frankie?
Good morning. We're doing heaviest and lightest drawing, and we're going to practice our letters S and F. Good morning, Miss Janice. What do you have at your table?
Good morning. We're going to do our sink and float experiment. We're going to test each one item out and see which one will float and which one will sink.
Good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. Today I have a story for you, and it's by Eric Carle, 10 Little Rubber Ducks. And here we have the front cover. We have the back cover, and what do we call this again? The spine. We're going to start reading our 10 little ducks. 10 little rubber ducks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chuckly, chuckly duck. Goes the rubber duck machine. You like my duck? What color is he? Yes, he's yellow and he has an orange beak. Out pops little yellow rubber duck, one after the other, one after the other. The little rubber ducks are painted. Bills are red and eyes are blue. Then they are packed 10 to a box. And off they go. To be loaded into our cargo ship. And here's the cargo ship. And here's the boxes. And each box has how many? 10. You're right. Hello? Calls the captain. This is our captain. Wonder where they will be going to. The captain and the cargo ship are taking a little rubber duck across the wide sea for faraway countries. 2 faraway countries. Suddenly a storm chunks the water into the big waves. A strong wind whispers across the sea. Do you know how to whistle? Let me hear you. Whistle across the sea. A big wave lifts up one of the boxes and throws it into the water. Oh no! The box is open and the 10 little rubber ducks fall out. 10 rubber ducks overboard. Shout the captain. 10 rubber ducks overboard. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After some time, the storm calms down. The 10 little rubber ducks bob into the big wide sea. As far as one can see, only water and sky. Water and sky. The 10 little rubber ducks begin to drift apart. The first little rubber duck drifts west. A dolphin jumps over him. A second little rubber duck drifts east. A seal barks at it. Ark, ark, ark. The third little rubber duck drifts north. A polar bear growls at it. Rawr. A fourth little rubber duck drifts south. A flamingo stares at it. The fifth little rubber duck drifts to the left. A pelican chatters at it. The sixth little rubber duck drifts to the right. A turtle slides past him. The seventh little rubber duck drifts up. An octopus blinks at it. An eighth little rubber duck drifts down. A seagull searches at it. The ninth little rubber duck drifts this way. A whale sings at it. Do you know how a whale sings? The 10th little rubber duck drifts that way, bobbling and floating on the big wide sea. The sun is setting. It is getting dark. As far as one can see, the water and sky. Water and sky. The next morning, the 10th little rubber ducks meet Mother Duck and her ducklings. Quack, 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 says the Mother Duck. Quack, 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 says the ducklings. At the end of the day, the sun sets again. It is getting dark. The Mother Duck and the duckling swings towards the nest. The little rubber duck floats along with them. Good night, says the moon. Good night, says Mother Duck. Quack, 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 says the ducks. Squeak, says the little rubber duck. Squeak. The end. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, I have a little song for you. It's called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Singing scientists. 1, 2, 3.
Will it sink or will it float like a rock or like a boat? Clever scientists are wise, think and then hypothesize. Sink or float, which will it be? Experiment and we will see.
guys, so for this part, you're gonna need a pencil or a pen, something to write with, and then you're gonna need paper. I'm gonna use this. We're gonna practice writing our letter F and our letter S. And we're gonna do uppercase and lowercase, big and little. You're gonna start at the top and draw down and stop. Go back to the top, come across and stop. Go to the middle and come out and stop. That is the uppercase F. Now we're going to make a lowercase f. Go up, around, and stop, and make a line across. And that's your lowercase f. Now we're going to do the letter S. Start at the top, go back, around, down, and up. Let's do it again. Go back, around, down, and up. Back, down, around, and up. Now we're going to do a lowercase s. Start at the line in the middle with the dots. Start up, down, and around. At the top, down, and around, and up. Around, down, and up. So this is the uppercase, the big S, and the little s. What words can you think start with F? Float, flower. What other words? What words do you think start with S? Like sun or sink? What other words start with S? Now we're going to do weighing. Weighing means what feels heavy and what feels light. If you put them in your hand, this feels heavy. Your hand goes down. If you put the sponge in your hand stays up. Heavy and light. What I want you to do is draw a picture of which one you think out of all your items is the heaviest and what one is the lightest. Which one is more and which one is less. I think the rock is the heaviest. I think the sponge is the lightest. You can think the pencil or the crayon or the ball is the lightest or the spoon is heavy. Next we're going to do some stretching. We're going to do sink and float stretching. You're going to do your hands up for float and your hands to touch your toes for sink. You're going to do it 3 times with me, Miss Maddie, and Miss Janice. And then we're going to take a break so you can go get a snack and some water to finish off the rest of our lesson. Okay. Float.
Okay.
Flow, sink. Flow, sink. Flow, sink. Touch my toes.
Float, sink. Float, sink. Float, sink.
Float, sink. Float, sink. Float, sink. Okay, boys and girls, now you can take a break. Get a drink of water, get a snack, and then you'll come back and do the last part of our activity, okay?
Okay, go now.
All right, boys and girls, so we're gonna start with introducing each item, okay? So first we have a sponge. Sponge starts with sponge. Next we have a spoon. Spoon. A ball. Ball. A pencil. Pencil. A crayon. Crayon. And last, a rock. Rock. Okay, boys and girls, before we test that out, we got to make our predictions. Where do we think that, what do we think they're going to do? Are they going to float or are they going to sink? Starting with our sponge. What do you think? Do you think our sponge will float or sink? I think it's going to float, so I'm going to put it in my float box. What about the ball? Do you think it's going to float or sink? I think it's going to float, so I'm going to put it with my sponge in the float box. Next is our spoon. What do you think? You think it's going to sink or it's going to float? I think it's going to sink. So I'm putting it in my sink box. What about our pencil? What do you think, boys and girls? Is it going to sink or float? I think it's going to sink. So it's going in my sink box. Our crayon, sink or float? What do you think? I think it's gonna float. And lastly, our rock. What do you think? Is it gonna sink or float? I think it's gonna sink. Before we get started, where did you find your rock? We found ours in the classroom, but where'd you find yours? What about your spoon? What kind of things do you use to eat with your spoon? I eat yogurt with my spoon. I eat spaghetti with a spoon and a fork. What do you eat with your spoon? Okay. All right, boys and girls, are you ready? We're gonna test out our items, see if they sink or float. Remember where you put your items? Our sponge is in the float. Let's see if it does it. Look, boys and girls, what is it doing? Is it sinking or floating? It's floating. Let's try our crayon now. We said it was going to float. Let's see what happens. It floated. And our last float item is a ball. Let's see what happens. We were right. The sponge, the crayon, and the ball all floated. Is this what you guessed would float? All right, let's try out our sinking items. Our spoon, let's see. Right to the bottom. Did your spoon sink? Let's try our pencil. Oh, our pencil didn't sink. Well, that's okay. We got that one wrong. Our last item, a rock. Right to the bottom. So 2 of our sink items sank to the bottom. Our spoon and our rock. And we predicted that our pencil would sink, but it didn't. But that's okay. We all make mistakes. All right, boys and girls. Okay, boys and girls, let's review what sank and what floated, okay? Our sponge floated. Our spoon sank to the bottom. Our pencil floated. and our ball floated. Our rock sank right to the bottom. The crayon floated. And remember, I thought it was gonna sink, but it didn't. It floated, but that's okay. That's why we do experiments. So, okay, boys and girls, so your homework is to draw the items that floated for you and sank for you. And when you see your teacher later on in your Zooms, you can tell them what you did.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, everybody. See you next week. Goodbye, goodbye to sunshine. Goodbye, goodbye to sunshine. Goodbye, goodbye to sunshine. See you next week. Bye, Bella.
Bye, Aiden.
Bye, Isaac.
Bye, Mason.
Bye, Elizabeth.
Bye, Simone.
Bye, Angelique.
Bye, Silas.
Bye, Hope.
Bye, Logan.
Bye, Carriel.
Bye, Haley.
Bye, Sophia.
Bye, Delaney.
Bye, Mia.
Bye, Junior.
Bye, Vivian.
Bye, Abigail.
Bye, Angelina.
Bye, everybody.